Good evening, everyone. All right, for this video here, I will be making a response. I'm getting back to my inbox full of messages. So, um, I'm going to be responding to a fellow follower by the name of, what is it, Mike Carl Bassett or Bassett. This is pretty old. Mike sent me this message in January, so I apologize for um, getting back to you this late. But let me go ahead and read your question, and then I'll go ahead and answer it. So, benefits of a YouTube language channel. Hi Moses, I'm Michael, and I've been following your channel for some time now. I'm thinking of making videos for my channel, but I am concerned with trolling. I've seen your videos in the past where you deal with trolls, and thought they were good. Since I doubt I would get many views starting out, it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal, but I'm lacking confidence. Here we go with this again. I'd like to know how you have benefited by using YouTube as a place to practice your languages and what you would do differently if you started out all over again. Thanks, Michael Cure. All right. So what I've done here, I pulled out Notepad and took some notes just to go over some things that has benefited me for, since I made this YouTube channel. So there are several things I want to talk about. We have native speakers and followers, speech improvement, more confident, language improvement, obscure languages, language practice. Okay. So native speakers and followers, like ever since I started making videos, everyone knows that when I started, I was basically looking for feedback to get feedback from native speakers on some of the language, or pretty much all the language I've been learning, since I don't get to use those languages here in my city. So over time, I met so many native speakers and fellow language learners. And like I said before, it was a little strange at first, because I wasn't really looking forward to making friends with anyone, because like I said, I was just trying to practice my languages. So when I got all these messages and people giving me advice, it was strange at first, but over time, like after a month or two, I got used to it, and I started responding to those people, and I ended up becoming friends with a lot of them. The most interesting thing of all is there's been a lot of people who've sent me messages. They told me that they've been following my videos for like over a year, and they just, I don't know, I guess they were afraid to contact me. But I have some friends now who I talk to on a daily basis, and they've been watching my YouTube videos for a long time. So that's one thing that's benefiting me here. I was able to make some good friends on YouTube, or really, really good friends. So the second thing is the speech improvement. I remember even before I started making videos, a lot of people would tell me that when I spoke, I would mumble, and I didn't really pay attention to it. They say because my voice is low, and when I spoke, I mumble, and it was kind of hard to understand what I was saying. But the people I grew up around with, they of course understood. They understood what I was saying, because they were just used to the way I spoke. But I just heard from some other people that they say, yeah, you tend to mumble, and your voice is already low, and it's kind of hard to understand what you're saying. So I think ever since I started making videos on YouTube, making all these videos, over time, I guess my speech has improved. I went back the other day to watch an older video where I was speaking in English, and I could tell a big difference. So definitely making videos, putting myself out there, making responses and whatnot. That stuff has have helped me a lot, tremendously, with my speech. So yep, and that's a good thing. More confident. I honestly say that I feel more comfortable expressing myself in opinions, unlike before. Before, I had a hard time sharing my opinions with others. I just didn't feel comfortable, and sharing my opinions and expressing myself. So after making these videos on YouTube, I feel so comfortable. It's maybe it's because I've been doing it for so long, but I feel comfortable, expressing how I feel about a certain topic. It can be a controversial topic. It could just, I feel comfortable doing that now. I could never do that before. So, language improvement, constructive criticism, making more observations. So, as I said before, my whole point of making the channel was to get constructive criticism from the native speakers on my languages. And I've gotten a lot of that. And it's helped me because it made me make more observations on my languages. And I sat down because I can honestly say before I started, making those videos, I was a bit stubborn, about, I don't know. I was a little stubborn about certain things. I talked about this before, especially, when, like, for example, Chinese, the tones, people told me I need to work on my tones. I was a bit stubborn about that type of stuff, but after putting myself out there, getting constructive criticism, like really, really positive constructive criticism is very positive. After getting all of that, then, I start making more observations in my languages, and now I'm improving, so I'm taking different steps on improving my languages in a lot of different areas, pronunciation, grammar, whatever it is I need to improve on. So I think that's helped me out a lot. Another thing, YouTube, like by having this, by making videos on YouTube, obscure languages. Now, everyone knows that it's hard to learn an obscure language when you don't have the natives around. A, it's hard to find resources for these type of languages, and B, you just don't have the native speakers around. So by me having a YouTube channel, it's helped me to learn languages like Hmong. Now I in Akron, they have a large population of Hmong, Lao people, but I never really considered learning that language. But after I moved to Columbus, that's, I decided to go ahead and go back and try to learn Hmong. And at first I couldn't find any resources, very difficult. Then I ended up being able to find resources, and then I started making, I found a forum, and I tried to interact with the native speakers over there. And then I started making my YouTube videos, and that's when I put my first Hmong video up. I had got a lot of feedback from some native speakers. And from there, that boosted my confidence to push me to continue learning Hmong. And I learned a lot of Hmong, and my Hmong now is on a conversational level, and I consider that pretty impressive, considering the fact that I don't have any native speakers around in Columbus. And the resources I was working from, like I was literally working from not a phrase book, from a dictionary and some websites, and just interacting with the natives in certain chat rooms. So yeah, again, YouTube, by me making these YouTube videos, that's helped me out a lot, Language practice, feedback, constructive criticism. This, I guess this goes hand in hand. Language improvement, language practice, both of these. Me putting up practice videos, speaking, getting feedback, and I go back and watch the video again, and I won't make the mistake again. And getting the constructive criticism helps out a lot with that. So, and the thing about making language practice videos, you have to kind of do it consistently. Making videos, like making the language videos one time and then just disappearing. I don't think that will help you out too much if you're a beginner. Some people do that. They make videos, spoken videos, maybe once a year or twice, and just wait next time. But a lot of the times, those people, they're not really trying to improve. They just, I don't know, they just making like language vlogs. So yeah, there you have it. So these are things that, this is what helped me. These things, by me having this YouTube channel, I was able to improve in these areas here. So, and at the bottom, I basically, despite all of this, I'm the same person. I know, people, I guess I would consider myself well known, famous in the community. This was unexpected. I had no idea I would get this type of exposure. But despite all of this, all of those things happening, everything's going on now, I'm still the same person. My character is the same. Like these characteristics here that you see, I still have these characteristics, and I've always had these characteristics even before I started making videos. So my character is the same. I've always been a humble person. Or humility is something that, I mean, that's just been me a lot, like just my whole life. And I'm still sensitive. I've always been sensitive, and then I'm very considerate, open-minded, and I don't look at myself above anybody else. I don't see, I don't look down on anybody else. So I still have these characteristics, despite all of the things going on here with this YouTube channel of mine. So, yep. And you asked me what would I change if I were to start over. I mean, really nothing. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm the same person, and I'm happy for my happy with my progress, and I don't think I would change anything. Some things I did change in the past were like my getting a camera and stuff like that. That was actually recommended. I asked a good friend who been following me on YouTube for a while. He recommended me to get a digital camera, and I went on here and got the digital camera because I asked him. I said, "What do you think I could do to improve my channel? Like, what do you think? What do you think I should do?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, since I make a lot of videos, board videos, particularly board videos, it'll probably be nice to try out a digital camera since you get to read the text better. So that's why I have the digital camera now. And then let's see what else we have. And then you getting started. So you said you lack confidence and you worried about the views and subscribers and trolls. I'm not going to say too much about trolls. You guys already know how I feel about them. If you don't have, all I can say is, if you don't have thick skin, you can't handle that, and you might not want to. I don't know. Maybe it's not for you to make a channel. For me, when I first started, I think maybe a few months, I was getting certain comments and I was bothered by them, but I got used to them. So, they don't really bother me anymore. I don't know. I still get some crazy comments, but they don't really bother me. Well, I will delete the comment, like I said, if I get too much spam, if they're spamming the comment, and if it's off topic. Someone recently recommended me to start deleting comments if they're off topic of the video, so I will do that occasionally as well. So, subscribers and views, I wouldn't worry about it. Just make sure when you make your channel, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, and you will get positivity back. You when you do good, you get good coming back to you. That's just my philosophy. That's how I look at everything. So don't really worry about the views, subscribers, and all that stuff. In fact, when I first started, I had no idea, like, subscribers and all this stuff. I didn't even know, like, about these subscribers and the number of views or whatnot. And for the video, I didn't really pay attention to that stuff. I was just making videos, putting them out there, and then people were asking me, or they weren't asking me, they were telling me that, man, you just had this many amount of subscribers last week, now you got this many. And I asked him, like, what are you talking about? He was like, you don't know how many subscribers you had? I literally, for I think it was almost a whole year, I had no idea about the subscribers or how many subscribers I got. I was getting emails, but I wasn't really paying attention to that stuff. Like I said, I was new to YouTube. I didn't really know how it worked. I was just making videos, putting them out there. So I wouldn't really pay attention to that stuff. And as far as subscribers, I look at it like this. You don't really, like, I notice a lot of people ask for subscribers. They ask people to please subscribe. And like, I never really ask people to subscribe. And it's not about being arrogant or anything. It's just I never really thought it was necessary. And I always wonder. I watched a lot of videos and say, "Wow, everybody's asking people to subscribe." And I was like, I wonder if I should do that. And I said, you know what? No, I'm not, because I look at it like this: if I ask someone to subscribe, they may subscribe out of the kindness of their heart because I asked them to subscribe. They will probably subscribe off of that. If by you not asking people to subscribe, if they do subscribe, that means that they enjoy your videos and they will be coming back to watch your videos again. So I look at it like that. You shouldn't have to ask anyone to subscribe you know, because then you know, if you subscribe to me and I don't ask you, then you're coming back guaranteed. Otherwise, why would you subscribe to my channel? But if I ask you to subscribe, then you know it's not guaranteed that you're going to come back. You just subscribe because I ask you to subscribe, you know. So that's just how I look at it. But yeah, that's it for this video. Again, I apologize for the late response. I hope I answered your question thoroughly. And if you have any, if you or anyone else has any other questions, just let me know. I'm always here. I may get back to you late, but eventually I will get back to you. I've been very busy lately. So all right, thanks for viewing, and look forward to any comments.